the funky beat. Sun is shining, Rachel brings the heat. Wake up CEO, we're on repeat. Chicago, Sun Up City on the go. Rachel L. Gary on the radio. Tune quick, hear the power flow. Wake up CEO, it's your daily show. Wake up, start the day with CEO. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. From the Windy City, bringing major vibes. Rachel on the mic, keeping lives revived. Radio Chicago, where dreams arise. Wake up CEO to the skies. No more snooze button, no more delay. Rachel's voice making waves today. Feel the energy Chicago way. Wake up CEO, rise and sway. Wake up, start the day with CEO. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. Wake up, start the day with CEO. Hey, Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill.
This is Dr. Carolyn Stevens, the CEO of the BHC Media Group. And when you are looking for a strategy for self-leadership, get aligned with Wake Up CEO with host Rachel L. Gary every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m.
You know what time it is? Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago, Rachel L. Gary in the building. Wake up, CEO, let's go! Wake up, go some set that tone. Wake up, every step you take, you claim that throne. Wake up, no more doubt, no time to stall. Wake up, boss up now, go get it on. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, I ain't waiting, now I go and take it. Built this from the ground, no way they break it. Consistency, my secret, watch me make it. Got that boss talk, now I ain't faking no. Lost, set the goal, now I'm grabbing the goal. And put in the work, now I'm taking control. The vision so clear, yeah, I already know. Every step I take, I'm ready to blow. Wake up, set that tone. Every step you take, you claim that throne. No more doubt, no time to stall. You boss up now, go get it all. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. No handouts, yeah, I made my way. Built my brand, now I paved my lane out. Turn my losses into lessons. Now my grind got no recession. Yeah, they talk about chance, but I make my own. Yeah, I ain't waiting for fate, got a future to own. Yeah, every setback, just part of the game, gay game. But now I'm up and they know my name. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up. Success so sexy, put the work in flexi. Late nights, no rest, but now my vision's hefty. They doubted, they laughed, now they watch from the back. Cause I turned every dream into bricks that stack. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, go get it all. Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago. Rachel L. Gary taking you to the top. Boss up.
Hey there, hey there, hey there, CEOs. Welcome to Wake Up CEO. I am your host, Rachel L. Gary. And you guys know I'm just having a candid conversation with CEOs where we are speaking about awakening the CEO in you. That's that one that is clear in your actions, empowered by your choices. And you know what it is, owning your direction as the CEO of your life. And you know what we do on Wake Up CEO. We don't take a second. We dive right in, CEOs. And I want y'all to stay locked in with me for the author's statement, the author's corner by distinguished, that's brought to you by Distinguished Authors Guild, where literary excellence is celebrated. Also, that leadership 3-point play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership guys gets GPS. And we're going to dive in to today's show is how to identify the CEO you've been avoiding. Man, we're going to take a moment on that. Because at the end of the day, how we going to find that CEO? Right here on Wake Up CEO. So the power statement of the day is the CEO you're avoiding today becomes the cost you pay tomorrow. Longevity requires leadership, starting with you. Let's get into it, CEOs. We're not playing no game on Wake Up CEO. Y'all know that's why I have candid conversations here. So I want to, before I even dive into my show today, I want to first say thank you to all the listeners out there who have found value in my content for the last 11 months. I have been privileged to be nominated for Radio Personality of the Year with the 312 Awards, and that all came from the votes and your confidence in this show. So I thank you guys for taking the opportunity and taking the time to go ahead and to nominate my show, to find the value in the show, and to find the value in who? You. And keep voting, guys. Voting is open until the end of January. So we got to go to the link. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Y'all go to that link and make sure you lock in. We're going from being nominated to bringing home the win. There's several personalities on my radio Chicago. Y'all already know this is more than radio anyway. And when it's more than radio, you don't have nothing but winners over here. This the winning team. We're going to clap it up for Team My Radio Chicago. Let's start there. Yes, because absolutely, we already were winning. We were winning, just having conversations with each other. Now, look at us. We all are in some in the same categories. But let me say this, guys, that there was collaboration, not competition. I celebrated every person who was nominated in a category. Everyone in that category with me celebrated me. We went back and forth. We called each other on the phone and said hello. I mean, congratulations, and Doug, congratulations to being nominated, because that's what you do when you are about a collaborative spirit. So one of my fellow personalities, he put out a post, and I'm gonna talk about that just really quick. And one of his posts was basically just talking about, do you reciprocity? Do what you put out there, is that what you get back? This all ties into how to identify the CEO that you've been avoiding. Now, let me give you the why. What I told him is that I always have reciprocity interactions because I set clear boundaries, and my boundaries are non-negotiable. If you're not winning and I'm not winning, then we're not winning. Every situation I get in is a win-win. If you winning, I'm winning, we winning. That's how this goes. If that's not what we're doing, then I don't know why we even talking. So what I said to the question was absolutely, because my boundaries are so clear that if there's no reciprocity, we are not having a conversation. So the reason why I said that, because that is how we got to get to identifying the CEO you've been avoiding. And y'all know what we do on Wake Up CEO. We jump in and we get clear. Hold on, we got some people who are checking in with us. I appreciate everybody checking in. We got Trosh in the building. If you 312 nominee right there for Performer of the Year. Guys, let me tell you this. I talk about Trosh to the highest regard. He is probably one of the performers who I see who works hard at his craft. When I see him on stage, he makes it look effortless. He's doing things that I don't see in the industry, and he's taking it up a notch. Guys, get locked into Trosh, get locked into his music, and daggone show get locked into a performance. If he's throwing a show, get your ticket. It's not going to be just worth it. It's going to be well worth it. You're going to leave them thinking that you was Trosh. He going to have so much energy in the room that he going to be putting that energy into you. So guys, get locked in with Trosh. So then we have Letitia Marie. Thank you, Letitia. She says, hey there, Rachel. I appreciate you for jumping in with us today. And she says, congratulations to Trosh. Absolutely. Then I have Felice. She says, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Felice. If you guys are not locked in with Felice, guys, listen. This goes to what I was saying in the beginning of the show. We are not in competition. We're all in collaboration. Felice has her own show on another network. But at the end of the day, we all here working and winning and want to see other people winning. I was on Felice's platform. She is definitely invited to be on mine to talk about her behind the scenes whenever she's ready. But at the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to be doing out here in the world. You're supposed to be looking for reciprocity. We're not looking for, even if I win the award or any of the people in that category win the award, I'm going to celebrate each and every individual, no matter what. That's how you identify yourself as a CEO. When you want to see people win, and it does not matter if you win, you're winning in yourself. That's why I know I'm not a competition with anybody. I'm a winner already. I'm winning every day. And that's how we got to get to identify how to be a CEO and stop avoiding, because we've been avoiding that CEO. And today we're going to talk about how to get that CEO out of there. So we got a couple of people that jumped in and said some things. We got, yes, reciprocity, Felice. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Felice gave me some valuable information when I met her. And I hope that she sees that I've taken her advice. And that was all about a reciprocity conversation. We were just having a conversation. And you have to be, as a CEO, be open for conversations, open for criticism, open for critiques, open for knowledge. I'm always open. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm always learning. I learned like 5 things yesterday when I had a meeting with my team for Freedom Has GPS. I learned a whole lot about marketing in a 2-hour conversation. But you know why? Because I'm always open for success. Success needs a map. Success needs information. Success needs activities that move you forward. I'm all about that life. So when I'm about that life, I'm about getting the information so I can make that life as easy as humanly possible, but still moving forward. Letitia, she says, I need a VIP ticket to see Trosh. Trosh, drop the next time you have an event. He just had an event in December. I'm going to tell you, Trosh be doing some amazing things. Just get locked in with him. Just stay locked in with that. Unity. Absolutely, Felice. I'm a firm believer in unity. There's only one way. Together we make it happen. The division amongst us, if y'all notice, when things are divided, no one's winning. No one's even moving. Because the second you have division, you stuck. I'm going to take a second on that. And if y'all used to being that wake up CEO, when I pause, that means take that in. Division calls us being stuck. When you are the only person thinking by yourself in a room and you're not getting any collaboration or upliftment, sometimes you'll go to a dark place and you need someone else to pull you out. I surround myself with some of the most positive individuals. I was having a conversation with with one of my team members, and our conversation was all about, even though they were going through something real tragic in their life, how they were so positive. And that positivity was radiating. And they were so happy that I was having a conversation about being positive and staying positive, no matter what's happening. And things be happening. Life be lifing. But are we going to let life us out of our just rewards? That's how we're going to stop avoiding the CEO. We're going to join in with that CEO. So we got questions in the chat. Questions. Felice says, I love seeing people win all the time. And every time I look around, Felice, I see you dropping information so people are winning. That's what it's about. Having those wisdom conversations with individuals, reminding them who they are. You get that, if you get in circles where people want to see you win, that's all you're going to hear. There's not going to be a competition about, well, last time you were nominated for that award. Well, why you didn't get nominated this time? How about this? I didn't speak to one person when those nominations for the 312 awards came out. Not one person who was in competition. But hold on, let me say it, CEOs. Let me tell you why I didn't hear that conversation. Because I don't entertain people who have those type of conversations. I want y'all to hear that. I want that to sink in. If you heard a conversation that was in competition with you, or competition, not good competition where they're trying to motivate you to move because they moving, that's a difference. But when you sitting around here and that's the conversation you have, you in the wrong rooms. I step away from people like that so quickly. Positivity over here all the time. Positivity reigns supreme over here on Wake Up CEO. So question, are you going to host a sweepstakes for a copy of all 3 books? Absolutely. Love that, Letitia. Absolutely. As we get closer to in October, November, December, y'all stay locked in on Wake Up CEO. There will be giveaways, ticket giveaways, because we are doing an event on December 31st. I know it's early in the year, but this is when you're a CEO, you plan accordingly. And I what my shirt say, I'm a CEO, man. I mean, I'm all about that life. So right now, to give a little insight, there will be we're doing a New Year's Eve event, and it's going to be the end of the line for the Freedom Train. My 3rd book comes out December 31st. On December 30th, I'm doing a 12-store book signing across the Chicago area. You guys will be seeing posts out there. You'll be seeing information out there. Because right now we're in the beginning stage and we're doing the development of everything, getting everything out there. You're going to see posters. Matter of fact, I can show y'all a poster right now. How about this? Because we over here, Wake Up CEO, all about that. There's that poster. Freedom has GPS. This is about the party that is going to be December 31st. I appreciate Letitia for asking the question. There will be 3 types of tickets. There'll be ticket 1 is where if you are not in the Chicagoland area and you would like to get a copy of the book, as well as see some behind the scenes, we are doing a virtual portion of the book launch, and people who do virtually will be able to see everything that is happening on the 30th. All of the stops we go to, the people we talk to, the different store owners that are in the community, will be doing a whole behind the scenes of that, and we're calling that the Freedom Train, and it'll be going on from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on December 30th. If you guys want understand where I'm coming from, you got to be locked in. Then there will be $100 ticket that is in person. We'll be doing a vision board workshop. It's a little different than the vision boards that you ever seen before. We're actually talking about how vision boards come about, how to actually create your vision boards to actually make them come to fruition by the end of the year. Then we're having a champagne toast. There's going to be live performances. There's going to be great conversation, things that help us grow, because all we're talking about is how to build a legacy through having a freedom of mind. The book is going to be awesome. There's going to be giveaways of the first chapter for the people who pre-order. All of that's coming down the line. Then we have that last ticket, the VIP ticket. Now, let me give y'all a cool information on the VIP. The VIP gives you 5 tickets for the price of 4. So you get 5 tickets, you get a bottle of champagne, you have your own table, you have your own area where you are in the front and being able to see all the action, as well as being able to get some goodies in your bags that are going to be a little different than everyone else's. Because at the end of the day, success is all about growth. If you're ready to grow, let's get locked in. So you're going to hear a lot more about it over the next 11 months. But right now, we are really getting into how to identify the CEO you've been avoiding. Because where you at, CEO? Hey, CEO, where you at? We're going to find that CEO today. We're going to get locked in with that CEO. Preparing for millionaire life starts with preparing the millionaire mind. Today on Wake Up CEO, we're going to start talking about preparing that millionaire mind. This isn't about fads, flashes, or fast money. I don't even get down that way. It's about longevity, discipline, and identity. Who are you really? And if you feel you're a CEO, which is why you watch Wake Up CEO, it's because you're ready. You know that you want more. You know that you have more in you. Let's get to pulling that out. Let's get into it. Now, I'm going to say this. You know why short-term comfort keeps long-term wealth out of reach? Because us being comfortable in having some money keeps us from making the big money. Ooh. I'm a mic drop that. Y'all know the statement where you be stepping over dollars to get to pennies? That's what we be doing in our CEO lives. We're avoiding making a decision. And this decision is every time you delay a hard choice, you choose comfort over capacity. You choose comfort over capacity. You choose comfort over money. You choose comfort over abundance. You choose comfort over wealth. CEOs, I want y'all to take that in. Y'all know on Wake Up CEO, I'm gonna be candid. I'm not gonna hold any punches, because I hold punches, then you guys will be saying, man, what did I do? We got Sharice Sloan in the house saying, hello, CEOs. If you guys are not locked in with Sharice Sloan, this is the promoter of the year. She is actually the promoter for Say I'm Possible Academy. She's promoting not only hashtag poverty to six figures, she is also promoting Freedom Has GPS, Set Your Destination to Success. And the code that she drops down there is the code that she gets paid off of selling the books. Guys, remember, everything I do is a win-win. Win-win. So her selling the books, she gets paid. That's what it's about, guys. If you're looking for success, you got to be collaborating. So Sharice Sloan is with Highly Productive Chicago. If you guys need some promotion of your business, promotion of your brand, she's a brand ambassador. Guys, get locked into Sharice Sloan of Highly Productive Chicago. Go ahead and get in that DM and get your business sparked up and ready. Let's go, CEOs. She says, congratulations on the nomination. Thank you very much. Drop that link down there for me, Sharice. Tell them get locked in. Vote. Get in there and vote. Wake Up CEO is in the category of Radio Personality of the Year. I appreciate the people who nominated me. Now vote so we can get me on that stage so we can make it happen. So get locked in. She says, big news. Big news. Highly Productive Chicago is hyping hashtag poverty to six figures, Breaking the Chain the Game by Rachel L. Gary. This book is a must read for anyone looking to slay their financial goals and level up their life. Grab your copy now using my link. Start breaking change. Hashtag poverty to six figures, Breaking the Chain the Game. Hit that code so Sharice can get her credits for going ahead and promoting like a promoter should. Get locked in. Guys, as I said, I don't hang around. All I hang around is people who are winning. We're winning. We're learning and winning. When we learn, we win again. We learn from our mistakes and we keep on rolling. Sharice just had a conversation with me the other day and she said, I'm ready. She's getting ready for the season 3 of the CEO Mastermind. If you guys are not locked into the CEO Mastermind, get locked in. I'm going to drop that link in the chat. I'm going to do that right now. So if you guys are ready to get growth and development on a 10-week mastermind with individuals who are already successful, who are growing their businesses and looking to turn their gifts into profit, if that is you, go ahead and click the link that I'm going to drop down. Give me 1 second. I'm going to drop it down now. Go ahead and get locked into that. If you are on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, you can go ahead and get that code. It's at www.sayiampossible.com/apply for CEO Mastermind. Guys, I have the most fun on CEO Mastermind. I have to be honest with you guys, because I'm dealing with different businesses, hearing different sides of the story, giving and having conversations where we are working together for business growth and seeing people win. Today, 2 of my mentees just collaborated on a project. One of them, Shayna Jenkins, I'm a plug her in real quick. Shayna Jenkins, she does interior designing, and she's currently working on I think her 5th project since the mastermind. And she happened to be doing a room, and one of the pieces of another one of the members, Travion Johnson, he had a piece that would look perfect in her room. So we dropped that in the chat. Now they're going to collaborate. Now she's going to do her interior design. He is an artist who does spray paint art that fits her decor perfectly. Bam, that's collaboration, guys. Both of them win. She wins by getting that room with a unique piece. Nobody's gonna have a painting like the one that she's gonna get from Trey. He does one of a kind art, so that one of a kind piece is now in her client's space, and they both win. That's when you're not avoiding being a CEO. You step into it. If you guys haven't watched the CEO Mastermind, get locked in. Trish just dropped that information down there for y'all to get locked in. The CEO Mastermind on every Monday. We are live on my network, the CEO State of Mind. Y'all get locked in. Just get locked in. You know, Rachel O'Gary's got a whole lot of things going on, and all of them about growth, leadership, building your business, building your brand, being the best version of you. All we talk about on Wake Up CEO, CEO Mastermind, CEO State of Mind, CEO Nuggets is winning. Period. Let's clap that up for the win. We're going to clap that up for the win because we winning over here. So we were talking about every time you delay a hard choice. So that's how we got along the lines about talking about Shayna and Trey. Both of their hardest choices were stepping out of their own way. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you saw a couple of clips where Shayna was talking about the hard work that went into it. I am a firm believer, and I'm going to tell y'all the wholehearted truth. I have a done with you program, not a done for you program. Done with you makes it where you can win and win again. You heard me say she's on project number 5. And I'm not going to tell her price. I'm going to let her drop her prices down there herself. But I'm going to tell you, she's on project number 5 with more projects in the pipeline, and she's doing my granddaughter's bedroom as well. I have a way of reminding people of who they are. I don't teach people to make quick money. Quick money doesn't give you opportunity to think and use your creativity, because your creativity is how you sustain, maintain, and grow money. That's the difference in quick money. I don't say quick money schemes, because I believe those people legitimately are looking to try to help someone find success. I'm all about that life. I'm all about everyone getting a win, everyone getting themselves together, everyone having the life that they're looking for and working together to get there. I'm all about that life. But I'm going to tell you what life I'm not about. I got to tell you, CEOs, I got to be 1,000% with you guys. On Wake Up CEO, the life that I'm not about is a life where we pretend as opposed to execute. The life where we avoid as opposed to making a decision. If you decided not to win today, that's a decision. So every time you delay that hard choice and you say, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Or you say, man, I'm going to get to it. Every time you say, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I'm going to get to it, you delay your success. And since I'm only talking to CEOs here, CEOs who want to be millionaires, that's all I'm talking to here on Wake Up CEO. Letitia, thank you she said, I had to leave when you were talking about the sweepstakes, about your book. Congratulations. I appreciate you very much, Letitia. Vote, 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 vote. So guys, vote Wake Up CEO as a show of the year. We came in here in less than a year, dropped some impact where individuals found some success, guys. We gonna continue clapping that up. I'm not clapping it up for me, guys. I'm clapping it up for you. I clap it up for Letitia, who's here every week. If she's here a short period of time or a long period of time, she's here every week. I clap it up for Cherie Sloan from Highly Productive Chicago, who every week comes in here, drops information in the chat. I clap it up for people like Selah Brooks, who comes in and drops information about his brand. I clap it up for all of the mentees from season 1, season 2, and the mentees who are already signed up for season 3. Let's stop. Season 4 and 5, people already signed up for it. So at the end of the day, CEOs, y'all know what we doing over here? We winning. But let me show you how we win. We gonna dive into how you win. Not just with my Wake Up CEO. How you win with CEO Mastermind. How you win on an everyday basis, even if you're not ready to take the step forward on any of my programs. That's okay. I'm here every week to drop gems, every single week. So we were talking about 2. How are we going to get clear? We're pulling the millionaire CEO from behind the veil. Because we're talking today, this show is about how to identify the CEO that you've been avoiding. That's what the show today is about. So we don't have to avoid that CEO anymore. Daily choices reveal the CEO you're becoming. When you spend time, money, energy on exposes your CEO gaps. So when you're spending time and you have no idea what's going on with your time, if you're spending money and you have no idea what happened to your money, you expose your leadership gaps. That's okay, CEOs. Let's talk about how to get them back. Wealth is built in the unseen decisions. It's not built when you come on social media and you put it out there, man, I won, I got this money. It's on all of those decisions you made behind the scenes. That small decision that you decided to read a book. That small choice when you said, I'm gonna cut the TV off and I'm gonna plan my year. That small choice when things were failing and you was like, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna get back up. That's the choices that are made that grow the CEO. I want to thank the people who are jumping in on TikTok. Earl, thank you for jumping in. Chippy, thank you for jumping in. Junior, thank you for jumping in. Tanya, thank you for jumping in. Mary, thank you for jumping in. Charles, thank you for jumping in. Who else got? Forever Student. Love that name, Forever Student. I'm a forever student of life as well. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. Bruce, thank you for jumping in. Guys, I want to make sure at the end of the day that you really realize who we got here. Clarence, thank you for jumping in. I appreciate you so much. Joy, we got Joyful. Thank you for showing up for me today. Tinka, we got Tinker Bells. Thank you for jumping in. We are but that's how the daily choice is going to reveal the cracks in the crevice that you need to shore up. So let's get to it. Intentional about how you spend your days, not just your dollars. So if you are looking to make a difference in your bottom line, your top line must be aligned. One more time. If you want to make a difference in your bottom line, your top line must be aligned. So where you spend your time, I want y'all to hear me. Where you spend your time equals to your bottom line, how much money you got in the bank. If you spend time hanging out, if you spend time watching TV, if you spend time doing other things, but you don't spend time on cultivating your habits so you can find ways to use your circle of genius to make more money, your bottom line is going to always stay the same. So how we get the top line to help that bottom line increase? Let's hit it. How you help the top line is change one thing that you're doing. I'm a firm believer in, guys. We start with one thing. Sorry, guys. We got Neville in the house. Thank you, Neville. We got Monica James, my cousin. Thank you for jumping in with me. Guys, this is how we get this. We're going to get the bottom line to increase. Your top line, activity, one activity. All I want y'all to do is change one thing. So if you watch TV over the week, 2 hours a day, that's 14 hours in a week. Some are a little bit more. Statistically, they say we watch more TV. So statistically, we're not gonna go statistic. We're gonna give you a number: 14 hours a week. If you use 14 hours a week to watch TV, I'm about to hit you. Give two of those hours back to you. Don't cut a whole day. Cut a half an hour out of each day. One half an hour. All I want y'all to do is start with one half an hour. Thank you for jumping in with me, Arthur. I appreciate you. Jonah, thank you for jumping in. Darian, thank you for jumping in with me. We're going to change one thing. 30 minutes. Now, let me get what we're going to do with this 30 minutes. All I'm asking for you is 30 minutes. So for 30 minutes, this is what we do. 30 minutes, sit down, day one, and say, what do you want out of life in the next year? 30 minutes. I'm not asking you, no, don't make it a long drawn out process. We're not doing this all day. 1 30-minute period. That's all I'm asking. First week, 1 30-minute period. Spend it mapping only what you want out of your life for the year. 1 30-minute time. Second week, 1 hour. So you're going to identify week one, what it is you want out of life. The second week, we're going to start breaking down, what do you know about that one thing that you want? And you're going to write down everything you know about that one thing you want. One thing. I don't care what the one thing is. Second week, you're going to spend 1 hour just about that thing that you want. Everything you know about it. If you only know 2 things, put the 2 things down. If you don't reach your hour, the other time, within that 60-minute period, research that one thing. Just the one thing. This week 2. Week 3. Once you have identified the one thing you want to do, you understand everything you know about it. If you had time to research the first and the second week, you're going to continue researching the third week for 1 hour. Just about that one thing. You're going to go to Google and you're going to search. Not ChatGPT. You're going to go to Google and you're going to search. Week 3, as you search, you're going to write all that stuff down. All the stuff you know and all the stuff you learn. You want to make 2 columns, what you already knew and what you learned about what you want. Week 4, this is we're talking about 1 month. Week 4, you're going to give 2 hours a day. 2 hours that week. I don't care if you 15 minutes. I would say do 2 hours consecutively because it gives you a momentum. If you have to get up and get you some water, get up and walk around for a couple seconds, do that. 2 hours. Now, on this 2 hours, you're going to figure out from what you wanted, everything you've learned about it, what one activity can you start in the next 30 days that moves you closer to that goal? Every month after that, you're going to give yourself 2 hours to work on that one thing. By the end of the year, you will have that goal. Doesn't matter what the goal is. Because if you are studying what you want, now let me tell you why I gave you all those steps. I'm going to take it back. Because if you don't know what you want, I guarantee you one thing, you're not going to get it. If you don't know what you want, it's not possible for you to get it. Take a second, CEOs. You want more success? I want you to understand that the reason why you're spending a half an hour, because you got to nail down what it is you want. Success is not a thing. What is it that you want? What does success look like to you? This is why we be shooting in the dark. So I'm talking about how to stop avoiding being a CEO and how to start being a CEO. Remember, a CEO is being clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction. How you do that? You got to run. We're going to run with it. How we do this? This how we do it. So guys, I always do things small. Walter, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Edward, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Vinny, thank you for joining me. Cindy, thank you for joining me. Guys, I'm just reminding you of who you say you want to be. This 2026, we in the beginning of the first quarter. We 14 days into the month. I just had a conversation. If it wasn't for Letitia, where we just had a conversation where I have an event planned for December 30th and December 31st. I have little events that will be going on in between then. Every Monday, starting next Monday, with this Monday coming up, I'm going to be doing a Circle of Genius on YouTube and TikTok, where we're going to be going through how to identify your circle of genius. There's going to be giveaways there, guys. But the giveaways are all about, are you willing to accept the role of being a CEO? The first thing is you got to accept the role. I'm gonna come to you guys a little street with it. We talk a good game. We talk about, man, this year gonna be that year. Girl, you know, this is my year. Then we go sit in our cars. Then we go sit on our phones. Then we go sit and watch TV. It sounds like your year gonna be just like last year. And your next year gonna be the same because you didn't do anything this year different. Sometimes I hear we say it, but we don't understand that speaking is only one of the things that needs to happen for growth. We speak it to it, we think it, speak it into existence, and act upon it. There's got to be some action. Thank you, ZZ, for joining me. Dwayne, thank you for joining me. Kim, thank you for joining me. Miss Campbell, thank you for joining me. Kevin, thank you for joining me. Terry, thank you for joining me. So at the end of the day, CEOs, all I'm looking to hear is this. Are you willing and ready to be uncomfortable? I said it for a half an hour. One half an hour. We're going to start with a half an hour. Don't you deserve a half an hour? Doesn't your goal, your desire, your dream deserve a half an hour? Week 1, a half an hour. Week 2, 1 hour. Week 3, 2 hours. Week 4, 2 hours. And for the rest of the year, you give yourself 2 hours a week. I didn't say a day. 2 hours a week. You want, guys, everybody who's on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn, my question to you is when you wanted to only see positivity, how did you change? How did you get positivity on your feeds? You started doing positive things. You started liking positive comments. I told somebody yesterday, I don't mess my algorithm up with negativity. Somebody was having negative interactions. I turned off notifications on both of them immediately. I still talk to them both, but we ain't talking about this, and I'm not messing up my timeline with it. All I want to see is about how we grow, how we growing, celebrating the people who winning, celebrating the people who learned a lesson, because a lesson is another win. Because we only doing 2 things in life, guys. We winning and learning. And on Wake Up CEO, this is we learning so we can win again. So this is how we getting clear. Longevity beats the fad every time. Fast wins fade. System sustain. That's why when we were having a conversation about how to get whatever that you desire, one thing complete in the next 12 months, because what you're doing is you're creating a system. Every week you're giving yourself that time, which means because how do you get your bottom line to increase? Your top line has to be successful. The top thing you do on an everyday basis, one thing, your time. Your time. Your time. You cannot get your time back. When you spend your time, it's where your money is. If you spend your time watching TV, the TV got your money. If you spend your time hanging out, the clubs got your money. If you spend your time doing unproductive things, those unproductive habits are stealing from you. They thieves. But guess what? They don't need a mask nor a weapon to steal from you. You giving it to them every time. So let's get to winning in the winner circle. We're gonna get into the winner circle. That's because that's what we deserve to be there anyway. Well, why we not winning? I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna take an opportunity to listen to Shariah and Genesis Crusade in Winner Circle. Y'all get locked in and stay locked in right here on Wake Up CEO, where on My Radio Chicago, we already know it is more than radio. We are an award nominated show, guys. Let's clap it up right before we get into that Winner Supreme. Stay locked in right here we got up next when we're gonna be talking about empowerment piece of the day. We also gonna have the Authors Corner that's brought to you by Distinguished Authors Guild, where literary excellence is celebrated, and you know that leadership 3-point play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy. Stay locked in right here on My Radio Chicago. Support District Radio, but we already know it is more than radio. I'm looking to get to the cash. So I have the perfect book series for you by award-winning author Rachel L. Gary. Volume 1, Forged in Fire, Readers Rose from Life's Ashes. In Volume 2, #Poverty 6 Figures, They Broke Those Mental Chains. Now comes Volume 3, Freedom Has GPS, reminding you that you are born to soar and build a legacy. Pre-orders are open for 50% off. Get the tools for the bag at www.sayimpossible.com.
My questionnaire, the questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really read and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think deep about what you want your life to go.
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week, right here on CEO State of Mind.
Questions were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and we're like 4 days.
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
I actually hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this week I'm now at 170 RSVPs for my lunch party.
I have been uploading consistently, sharing it, and also promoting and marketing on. I did build up my own team as well. The business, I also did crack in another client.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind.
Wait a minute. Are you a leader, supervisor, manager who is looking to turn your gifts into profit? I have a 10-week course that'll show you how to make $2,500 or more in 10 weeks. You want to learn more? Click the link below and see others just like you who made it happen. Wait, are you ready?
All right, CEOs, we back. So welcome back to Wake Up CEO. I'm your host, Rachel L. Gary, and today we are talking about how to identify the CEO you've been avoiding. We're going to stop hiding behind the veil and jump out and make things happen. So I'm appreciating everybody who jumped back in. And we got Letitia. She's back. Thank you, Letitia, for getting back with me. She said, we got Black Diamond who jumps in. She said, hey, Intentional Rachel, congratulations. Thank you, Black Diamond. If you guys do not know who author Black Diamond is, man, she has some books that, when I read Habitual Liar, guys, I want y'all to get locked into Black Diamond. Black, please drop in the chat where they can get Habitual Liar. That book is that's all I can say. You guys got to get locked in with it. I'm going to bring her on here so she can talk a little bit about that book on the Author's Corner again. She was here with me in November. She is an award-winning author. Congratulations to you, author Black Diamond. She is also going to be hosting my reunion show for CEO Mastermind on Friday. That's going to be right here on stream. It's going to be on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you guys want to see behind the scenes, TikTok, you can guys see behind the scenes. Well, she's going to be talking to the CEOs who actually went through the first the second season of CEO Mastermind, talking about the wins, the losses, the goods, the bad, and the ugly. But most definitely progress. It's all about progression. That's what we're doing on an everyday basis. Winning, learning. We're only doing two things: winning, learning. And when we winning, we celebrate, and we learn. We celebrating that we've learned a lesson so we can win again. We getting locked in. So we were at clarity, being clear, because that's what we do in the first segment. And we talked about three things. Avoidance is a decision. You decide every morning, every day, if you're going to move forward or stay where you are. Your indecision is a decision. 2, daily choices reveal the CEO you becoming. Every day you make a choice. And we talked about a 4-week plan of 1, uncovering what you really want. Success is ambiguity. We need to nail down what success really looks like. 30 minutes of figuring out what it is you want. Because if you don't know what you want, I guarantee you're not going to get it. 2, we're going to spend the second week doing an hour of research of everything that we need to know about that subject. Then weeks 3 and 4 is when we're going to actually start mapping out one thing that we're going to do from that so we can start growing, developing, being a CEO of our lives. This is how we make it happen. You want to know how to make it happen? That's how you make it happen. I make it sound simple, guys. I know. I tell people it's simple. It's just not easy. It's hard to tear away from that TV. It's hard to put that remote down and not watch that rerun of that show, or not to binge watch Grey's Anatomy. That's hard work. It's hard work to say, man, I'm not going to watch that new show out. Now, bad part is, guys, I got to be honest with y'all, I only watch TV once a week, so I don't even know about the new shows that are out. Because I decided to replace 6 of my days with something new. That's what it's about at the end of the day. We got to stay locked in. So we had Amina Salah Baker of Miss Mina Media. If you guys are not already locked into Miss Mina Media, so Miss Mina Media, she does several things. She's also a radio personality right here on My Radio Chicago. Congratulations, Amina, for being nominated for the 312 Award as well. She is also my campaign director for Freedom Has GPS. We just made that official yesterday over lunch, and so many other things. Her team is doing amazing things in the world. She has 3 members of her team, Brianna Lady Red, the producer, Mush Make 'em Laugh, and E Money. Those are her 3 team members who, if you guys watch right here, same time, 3 to 5 on Fridays, you guys will see the afternoon rendezvous and see that team in action. What I tell y'all guys, I'm not in competition. I'm in celebration and collaboration with everyone. So get locked in and stay locked in with them. So, and the third thing we were talking about in the first segment is longevity beats the fad every time. So now we about to jump into the author's corner, guys. Y'all know how I am. I got to get to the author's corner. I'm a book fan. I'm a book fan. So the book of the week of the Author's Corner that is sponsored by Distinguished Authors Guild, where literary excellence is celebrated. If you guys want to get your award-winning book into the Guild, what you need to do is go to Distinguished Authors Guild on Facebook, go to the group, and get the information. Submit your books. Get your literary arts ready, because now it's time for that celebration to win. I'm an award-winning author myself. If you guys are not locked in already, we got hashtag Poverty to Six Figures, Breaking the Chain, the game. This is one of my award-winning books. I won 2 awards for 2 books last year. So I appreciate you guys for taking a look at that and getting locked in with that as well. But the book of the day is The Memo by John Hope Bryant. Ooh, guys, I'm going to take a breath on this book. The tip of the day from that book was exposure changes expectations. When you see what's possible, you stop settling for survival. If you guys are looking for something better, looking for something new, trying to grow and build, you have to do something new. You have to be someone better. You have to move towards that on an everyday basis. That's how new things happen. I want to thank you guys for watching. We got Candyland in the house. We got Low in the house. We got Thule Richards in the house. Thank you, Thule. We got Jenna. We got Henry, Sandra, Maxman. Hello there. Hello. We got Philip in here. I appreciate all you guys for jumping in. We got Larry, we got T Lady. Guys, stay locked in with me. We got Rosa Harvey. Thank you, Rosa. I appreciate you so much. We got Gigi Sunshine. Shine bright like a diamond for me, Gigi. Come on with it. Come on with it. We got, I want to make sure we got Glenda, thank you, Glenda, for joining. We got Marvell, thank you for joining. Guys, I appreciate all of the support. Now, if you guys are watching me on TikTok, go to 312 Music Awards and vote for my show. I have been nominated for the Radio Personality of the Year, Rachel L. Gary. So go right now, right after the show. Right after we go off there, go to 312 Music Awards and vote. Because your vote matters. Guys, I had to get that in there. But so like we were talking about for John Hope Bryant, where the book, The Memo. Now, when I read The Memo, John Hope Bryant is definitely a hero of mine. I really believe in his philosophy of taking a hand up, not a hand out. I'm a firm believer in the philosophy, because to me, with a hand out, it makes it difficult for you to feel like you can move up. I want someone to help me with information to help me move up, not give me a handout. I don't want the money. I want to understand how to make the money. I don't want you giving me a house. I want to understand how to buy me a house. I don't want you to give me a car. I want to know how to build my credit so I can have the car that I dream. To me, that is the philosophy of The Memo. It's about those things. I pride myself on being someone who provides information so you can grow. That's why I tell everyone the program, my CEO Mastermind, is the program itself is all about us working together. It's a done with you program, not a done for you program. How you grow, develop, and be the CEO of your life, you got to grow. You got to develop. You have to learn. This is not like school. It's a life lesson. It's actually you being action on an everyday basis. It's you being creative on an everyday basis. It's you finding in yourself the CEO that you've been avoiding. Oh, yeah. You've been avoiding them. Stop avoiding the CEO. The CEO is in you. Caleb, the CEO is in you. Linda, the CEO is in you. Darrell, the CEO is in you. Sheila, the CEO is in you. Grouchy. Don't be grouchy. Be ready to make it happen. The CEO's in you, Denise. The CEO's in you, Maurice. The CEO's in you, Melissa, Brian, Jean, Vulnerable, Roy, guys, JW. The CEO's in you. The only way to get that CEO out of you, we got Nate, we got Dora, we got Auntie Beth, we got Grandma Willie, Carl Harrelson. Come on, y'all. We got Kaylee. The only way that CEO gets out of you is you pulling it out of you. And that's why we got to get into the empowerment piece, guys. We talked about getting clear. Clear means that we have to understand that we got to avoid making decisions, and we're going to start making a decision today. The decisions to win. We talked about what we need to do to make the decision to win. Now we're going to stop waiting for permission and activate the CEO. Y'all ready? Let's get locked in. Empowerment is when you stop outsourcing belief and start trusting execution. Why confidence grows after action, not before. Y'all ready? You don't get confident until you made something happen. When you execute, when we talked about being clear, you execute that first 30 minutes. You finally got clear on what you wanted. You're going to be ready to do it again. When you spend that hour learning everything it is to know about that subject, you're going to win again. Why are you winning? Because you've done what you said you were going to do. You've been who you say you're going to be. You've been that CEO. You're not avoiding that CEO. Now you're embracing the CEO. You holding on to that CEO. So you can grow that CEO. That's in you. So this is how we do it. Clarity creates confidence. We got clear. You don't need motivation, you just need direction. Confidence is clarity in motion. You got to keep moving. When you're decisive, even when the path isn't perfect, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be the right time. You're never going to have enough money. You're never going to have enough support. Start anyway. Start anyway. Eric, start anyway. Maria, start anyway. Big Daddy, start anyway. Diana, start anyway. Gloria, start anyway. Chin, start anyway. Of Orville, start anyway. You're not looking for perfection. You're looking for motion. Thought out motion. We got Nikki Nicole in here. Guys, she says, hey, how are you? Hey there, Nikki. Thank you for the constant support. Guys, if you are not locked in to Breaking the Silence by author Nikki Nicole, get locked in. Nikki, please drop the link down in the chat on Facebook and YouTube so people can lock into her show. She has guys, I've been on her podcast twice, and I'm waiting for 3 times. I'm gonna already got my send her a message already telling them, hey Nikki, I'm ready to lock in like September, October, November, and I want her to come on to Chicago and join me at my book launch event in December. She said, and she says, I got you always. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you. Guys, we got to get locked in. So clarity creates confidence. We got it. You clear? You're going to move forward anyway. No perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. There it is, guys. You get into locked into the show. Breaking the Silence podcast on YouTube. You can check it out. She also has clips that be on TikTok, on Facebook. She is always doing great things and always having some awesome conversations. I really appreciate the conversations that she has because it talks about different topics and things that need to be addressed within a community. Thank you very much for doing the service of putting yourself out there and helping other people tell their story. Thank you for that. So, guys, you got to get locked into these people. So the question of the day on Wake Up CEO, let's get to it. What have you been avoiding? CEOs, I know y'all didn't want to hear that. What y'all been avoiding? What you avoiding out there, Terrence? What you avoiding out there, I am Erica? What you avoiding, Kevin? What you avoiding, Larry? What you avoiding, Betsy? So if you guys want to come on live and tell us what you're avoiding, drop it in the chat for me right now. If you want to come live and tell us what you're avoiding, because I want to make sure if you guys got something to say that we are listening to you. We right here listening. We got other. Come on in. Tell me let me know what you want to do. So, guys, if you guys listen to me on YouTube or Facebook and you want to tell me live what you've been avoiding, let me know so I can send you the link right now and you can join me on the show and say, I want to know what you've been avoiding because we're going to dive into why we're avoiding it. Or if you just want to drop it in the chat, please drop it in the chat what it is you've been avoiding so we can get we can rectify it and stop avoiding it. Step over it, get past the roadblock of it so we can move forward to where we're trying to be. Trying to be on the other side of all that comfortable stuff. So your environment either fuels you or it stifles you. So your people, routines, spaces either elevate or erode you. I want y'all to take that in, CEOs. People, routes, and spaces either elevate or bring you down. What spaces are you in that are stifling your growth? What habits or routines do you have that are not bringing you cash flow? What people do you talk to on an everyday basis that bring you down but do not uplift? Because as a CEO, you curate your environments that support growth. You make those environments. When I walk in a room, I bring the temperature up. I don't care what they're talking about in the room. I don't care. Gotta clean my glasses, guys. Got fogged up. I don't care what anybody's talking about in the room. If they're talking about things that are negative, I don't want to hear about negativity. I'm going to bring that temperature up in the room. As Les Brown says, I am not a thermometer. I'm a thermostat. When I come up in the room, we have to raise it up. Letitia says, I've been avoiding my master plan. I'm too old to be wrong. Letitia, age ain't got nothing to do with what you want to do. You want to move out here? Let's go. She said, it's complicated. I'm complicated and confused. So let's get unconfused. You already got a pass to season 3. You haven't locked in with me to let me know if you're ready. Let's sit down and have that consultation. Let's sit down and have a conversation. Because that conversation can make you feel more comfortable for where you're trying to go. I'm loving the idea that you told me at the event, at the appreciation award, the appreciation celebration. So that email that we sent you, go ahead and take the opportunity. All you can get from it is either you get more information that helps you find success, or you decide that right now is not the time. Either way, you win, because you either learn something new about what you want to do, some little small steps that you want to take ahead of time. That's what we have to do at the end of the day. That's how we work together. This is how we grow together. I want growth for every individual that talks to me. And I know people in my safe space want the same. So this is how we grow. Getting uncomfortable. So we get, she said, okay, come on, Letitia, I'm waiting on you. We got Deron Smith, Words of a Winner. Native Love. Guys, if you do not know who Deron Smith is, Deron. So I am reaching out to Deron because I am looking for a co-host for one of my shows every month. I have been waiting for Deron to be ready. He is a very busy person. We're going to start small and get one show a month where him and I have discussions about growth in our community, as definitely in community with our youth. I'm going to send you a message, Deron, and hopefully you're available. You tell me what Wednesday you want to come on, because right now is the time for us to have the conversations that can help growth. Growth is the only option. Deron Smith, Deron, drop in the chat where they can get your book as well. He has award-winning books. He's also won a presidential award. He helps individuals. I believe it's in Cleveland. Stop me if I'm wrong. He works with schools and he works with the youth in those areas. I have very great conversations with him because it aligns with my purpose, and my purpose is for us to grow. And I really appreciate the work that Deron is doing. Get locked into that. So we talked about clarity creates confidence. We talked about your environment, that you get to choose how your environment is. Remember, guys, where am I stop? You get the opportunity to make a choice every day if you're going to take the BS or you're going to step away. You make the choice. Empowered CEOs execute before they're ready. I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna let the mic because the mic just got hot. When you're an empowered CEO, you start moving and get ready along the way. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. It's real true story. I do it often, guys. Yeah, y'all can laugh at me if you want. It's okay. I'm getting ready. So every morning, I do my moment of gratitude. I take a 2-mile walk. Then I post all of my information, put meetings on my schedule for my team. And I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I do all of these things. Then I meditate. My wife has to be at work at 8:30. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours to do the things I'm doing. Every morning I'm rushing through the house because she got to be somewhere. So I'm rushing, I'm putting on my sock, I'm putting on my shirt down the hallway. I'm always doing something at the lab because I'm trying to get out the door to make sure she gets to work on time. Y'all ready for the reason? Let's get to the why. As a CEO, I know I'm going to be where I say I'm going to be when I say I'm going to be there. I might not be ready, but I'm getting ready. We do things all the time before we're ready. But it's okay. Because you're going to learn a lesson along the way that makes you more ready as you keep moving forward. That's the only way to move. We're going to move when I move. Just like that. When I move, I move. Hey, guys. I'm a very serious individual, but that loves life. And as I'm loving life, I am having a ball living it. That's what freedom does for you guys. We'll talk about that in Freedom Has GPS as we get closer to that area. When we get closer to Freedom Has GPS, it comes out in the next 11 months. I'm extremely excited. I'm going to be dropping it on my publisher's desk in the next 2 months. It's got to be on her desk by March 1st so it can be ready for publishing. Guys, no pressure. No pressure, because I stay ready and get ready for success. That's what we're doing on Wake Up CEO. So as you guys are jumping in here, let me know who wants to answer that question. And that question of the day, I want to make sure that we don't avoid that question. What have you been avoiding? Come on now. Come on now. So we got Glenda. I want y'all to talk to me. Let me know what are y'all avoiding? I'm looking for them answers in this chat. Let's go, Coach. Thank you, Bree, for joining me. We got Frank Johnson. Thank you for joining me. I want y'all to talk to me about it. I'm trying to get understanding what you've been avoiding so we can stop avoiding it and move towards success. So I want to make sure we get back on task and we stay focused on how to identify the CEO you've been avoiding. First, we talked about getting clear. To get clear, you're gonna knock out 30 minutes of your very first week. We're not gonna speed through it. I'm gonna slow down a little bit because I want y'all to be able to get it. If whatever task that you have been doing right now to get to your bottom line is your money. Your top line got to be aligned. And your top line is your time. Your time must be aligned with how to get your bottom line to make it increase. Your top line must be aligned with your bottom line to increase. So how are we going to get aligned with that? We talked about time blocking 30 minutes week 1 to understand what you want out of life but before the end of 2026. One thing, I don't want to hear success, CEOs. What does success mean? Success means something different to everybody, but I want you to define it for you. Does success mean that you have a new house? Does a success mean that you have $10,000 in your bank account? Be realistic. This is for one. We're going to do this for 1 year, what I'm talking about. Then once you recognize what it is you want to do, then you're going to research everything there is about that, including what you already know. Week 3, you're going to give yourself 2 hours to put together one step that you're going to do for that next month that gets you closer to your goal. One thing. You're going to do that every week we will get 2 weeks into the year for the next 50 weeks. I'll be right here on that last Wednesday of the year. It's the Wednesday before my event. I'll be right here on Wake Up CEO having a great conversation with some great people, God willing. And when we had that conversation at the end of the year, you guys let me know how it went. It's all up to you. Mic drop. It was always up to you, CEOs. God's divine purpose lies in you. Your gift is what we're trying to figure out in week 2 and 3. What is it that you know how to do that can get you closer to there? And what steps are you going to take to make it happen? When you use your gift, that's how we turn it into profit. And every week starting this Monday, I will be on TikTok and YouTube at 7:30 Central Time, having a conversation about identifying your gift. How to find the thing that you are gifted in. Because that's what $1 million is. I'm going to be talking to that $1 million person that's in you. Larry Donaldson, thank you for joining me. Jeremiah, thank you for joining me. Who we have? Fox, thank you for joining me. Junior, thank you for joining me. Johnny, thank you for joining me. Keith, thank you for joining me. Guys, I appreciate everybody who come on live and have conversations with me. Come on, bring that in here. What are you doing right now? We only in week 2. You got 50 weeks to get to your end goal. Make 130 minutes today. Take 30 minutes today to determine what you want. Because everything else I talk about on Wake Up CEO, everything I talk about your circle of genius, all needs you to know what you want. You got to be locked into what you want. That's the only way to get there. I can't get you there otherwise. We can't have no collab on where we don't know where we're going. I only collaborate with people who are trying to get to who want to be someplace. I don't want to get in the car with you and just sit in the car. That's what happens when you don't know where you're going. We just sitting there, or we driving from street to street. Y'all remember that as kids? Y'all might not remember. You might not have had the kind of childhood I had. I had friends who had new cars but didn't have nowhere to go, so they would put $5 of gas in their car, and we would ride around the block and just wave to people. Because because they were happy they had a car. But that's how, if we don't figure out where we're going, that's what we're doing in life. We're just aimlessly driving around. So we just talked about how to get clear. We talked about the tools to get empowered. I even gave y'all a great book to read, The Memo by John Hope Bryant. And now we getting into being an owner. First, before we get in that, we gonna have to play some music because I want to make sure you guys get live and back up and get ready. So stay locked in for the leadership 3-point play and actually for weeks so we can start talking about getting in locked in with that ownership piece with what you need to do, how do we need to get there, and being locked into that CEO that you've been avoiding. We're going to bring that CEO out of you. So stay locked in right here on My Radio Chicago, Support District Radio. But we already know it's more than radio. We are all looking to get to the cash. So I have the perfect book series for you by award-winning author Rachel L. Gary. Volume 1, Forged in Fire, Readers Rose from Life's Ashes. In Volume 2, #Poverty 6 Figures, They Broke Those Mental Chains. Now comes Volume 3, Freedom Has GPS, reminding you that you are born to soar and build a legacy. Pre-orders are open for 50% off. Get the tools for the bag at www.sayimpossible.com.
Questions were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income come immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and we're like 4 days.
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
I actually hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this week I'm now at 170 RSVPs for my lunch party.
I have been uploading consistently, sharing it, and also promoting and marketing on. I did build up my own team as well. The business, I also did crack in another client.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind.
Keeping up her appearance.
My questionnaire, the questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really need and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think deep about what you want your life to go. It's an assessment.
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week right here on CEO State of Mind.
Wait a minute. Are you a leader, supervisor, manager who is looking to turn your gifts into profit? I have a 10-week course that'll show you how to make $2,500 or more in 10 weeks. You want to learn more? Click the link below and see others just like you who made it happen. Wait, are you ready?
Love.
The Wake Up CEO. I am your host, Rachel L. Gary, and right here on My Radio Chicago, we are diving into the final couple segments of the day. I appreciate you guys for celebrating the time with me and actually getting those gems that help you identify that CEO, so we can stop avoiding the CEO, so we can actually grow into that CEO. Where that CEO at? In you. That's what a CEO is. We got to get that CEO out of you and start talking about how we're going to put that CEO to work, how we're going to have that CEO making it happen every single time. And that's what it's really about at the end of the day, CEOs, doing, being, and having a life that you deserve. But let's get into it. Ownership. We're going to stop negotiating with life. We're going to stop rolling the dice at life. We're going to stop playing blackjack with life. Especially the life that you say you want. You say you want a specific kind of life. Right now, we're going to stop playing blackjack. We're going to stop shaking the dice, playing craps. We're going to start actually preparing. So what we're going to talk about? Ownership. And ownership is why excuses feel safer than execution. We give excuses why we're not winning. We talk about, well, you know, this happened. Well, you know, that happened. Well, you know, my car. Well, you know, my friend. Well, you know, the lights. Well, you know, the dog. We have all kinds of things that we allow to block us from our greatness. No more excuses right now. Now let's get into it. Ownership removes the escape route. Excuses dissolve when ownership shows up. When you don't give yourself an out, there's only one way: winning. When you don't tell yourself, hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. When you say, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time for the program, or I don't know if I want the promotion. I don't know if that's the kind of life for me. When that is what you're thinking, those are excuses that are keeping you stuck. So let's talk about it. Ownership removes the escape route. So if excuses dissolve when ownership shows up, CEOs don't talk looking for the cuts. They look for the outcomes. So how do you look for that outcome? You have to be fully responsible for the results. CEO. When you're telling yourself that I am fully responsible, I'm not saying anything outside of me. It's stopping me, holding me, pushing me down. I'm going to own with my information to grow. CEOs. Do you know how good it feels for you to say, I own it? Take a second, CEOs. Say it. I own my outcome. I'm going to take ownership for winning in 2026. I'm going to set myself up for the win for 2026. I'm going to do that one step that Rachel said and give myself 30 minutes to figure out what it is I want. And then by the end of the year, I'm going to have what I want. Speak it into existence. You decide what you want. The first rule of creation is to create. The second rule is to write that down or speak it verbally. Third rule is to be in action towards it. You're going to conceptualize what you want. That's one. You're going to write that information down. Then you're going to start acting towards it. 2 hours a day for 50 weeks. If you spend the time, because remember, the time is the top line. Time is the top line that gives the bottom line and increases it. So when you use your time to make the win again, then again, and then again, it brings forward your success. But you got to own that you're going to make it happen. Own the result. I got a 10,000. If you guys are people who watch my reels on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, because they everywhere, and LinkedIn, I say that I'm on a journey for 10,000 books by December 31st. It is, I want to make sure, it is January 14th, 2026. I am having a book launch party December 31st, 2026. At that book launch party, I will be announcing the 10,000th copy being sold. I speak it into existence. I've written it down. I have a long plan of action. I just told y'all I was at lunch yesterday talking about the plan. I'm acting towards it every day. Every single morning, I'm getting up doing something to move it forward. I was printing out flyers this morning. I had flyers all in my office. My office looks like a disaster area right now. I went and bought a new printer. Guys, let me give y'all the why behind that. I bought a new printer because they were talking about how much the copies were going to cost me. Let me give it to you guys. I am cost conscious. I want y'all to know that. Most people who have some money are. The wealthy are really cost conscious because it's funny. You guys will see a wealthy person who has a $100 million or has a $5 million house. But if you're worth $100 million, $5 million house is just like you having a $5,000 house. If you are making $100,000. Wealth is perspective to how much money you actually have. I want y'all to take that in. But that's for a later date. People are like, well, why he wasted money on a $5 million house? For him, that was him slumming because he's worth $1 billion. Or she's worth $1 billion. They announced Beyonce is worth $1 billion. So if Beyonce buys a $10 million island, that's like pennies on a dollar for what her net worth is worth. I don't want to blow y'all mind with talking about the economics of it, but that's why when I said success, you have to define it because success means something different to everybody. So we're talking about the plan. You own your outcome. You got this. See, I know you got it. I be watching y'all, watching me, watching you, and then I know y'all got it. I see those success stories on my timeline. I see those authors winning books. I see those people being nominated for awards. There's so many people I plan to collaborate with over the next 12 months. And collaboration is about celebrating greatness. Ooh. And then so I want to take a moment to celebrate greatness. One sec. We're going to have to let that clap that up. We're going to clap that up. Because if we celebrating greatness, that means greatness is in me and greatness is in them. That's why we celebrate it. So the CEO you avoid is the one you're afraid to become. Don't be afraid of success CEOs. Growth requires you letting go of your old identities. You might have to let go of some people. I have people that I don't really speak to because they have negativity that they bring to my life. I still love them, but I love them from afar. It's okay. Everybody is not meant to go everywhere with you. But your growth requires you letting go of whatever you thought about yourself from the past. You can't change it anyway. There's no change in the past, CEOs. It's just growing, learning, and living through it. That's all that is. That's all you do on it. You grow, you live through it, and you get to a better place. That's how we do, CEOs. We get locked into those things and get locked into what's going on and get locked in to how we want to grow and get locked into all kinds of greatness that's in us. That's all I want to talk about is that greatness. But if you're holding on to the things that you did in the past that weren't so great, if you haven't apologized to the person that you need to apologize to, then apologize. Whether they're going to take the apology or not. If you're holding on to that and that's stopping you from growing, apologize and go on. If you did something that you could never take back, you've done it. It's over. Don't do it again. You don't want to hold yourself prisoner to your past. Emancipate that daggone prisoner. Let that prisoner go. We be out here talking about let Puffy go, let this person go from jail. Let your person go. That person that's locked in you. The CEO that you're avoiding. Stop avoiding that CEO. Let that CEO be great. I want to see that CEO showing up. Yeah, I want to see that CEO. Because you can't lead what was yesterday's mindset. Where you need to go, you got to let that old person go. Because the person for tomorrow is a new person. I'm a better person than I was last year. Dang, I'm a better person than I was at the end of 2025. In the last 2 weeks, guys, I'm going to give y'all the quickest rundown. I've created 4 ebooks, 10 documents to give out to people. I worked with 2 new VAs, a new graphic designer. I'm shooting CEO Mastermind. I'm on here with you guys on Wake Up CEO. I'm on CEO Nuggets on Thursdays. I locked in a couple of other appearances that I'll be doing monthly. That's all in the beginning of the last 2 months. But I want to say this, guys. Those last 2 months are a culmination of all of the hard work I put in before then. There's no overnight sensations, guys. I want y'all to hear me well. All right, we got my wife locked in. Hello, CEOs. She says, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mrs. Gary. How are you? Thank you for taking time to jump in with us today. So if you are looking to lead tomorrow, you have to start today so you can grow into the person that you need to be to lead tomorrow. And ownership is daily, not dramatic. You're not gonna be able to say today, hey, today I'm gonna own everything in my life. I'm gonna make it all happen. All right, Mrs. Gary, I want you to answer that question. The question of the day is, what have you been avoiding? I got you with that one, beautiful. Come on, bring that answer. Drop that answer in the chat. What you been avoiding? I want us to say, if you want to move forward, while you're trying to evolve, you're going to be evolving. You're going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable because it's not what you used to. But as you're trying to grow and be and do and have the life that you're looking for, you're going to have to make a change. You're going to have to take a second. 1 second each day. Because it's not going to be a dramatic change. It's going to be gradual. Gradually, you're going to see yourself getting better. Gradually, you're going to see yourself taking on more of ownership of your time. That's what the 30 minutes that we talked about in the beginning of the show. When you take ownership for that 30 minutes, that's one step closer to to getting rid of the habits that didn't serve you. So we get into the habits that grow you, that show up for you, that allow you to be, do, and have the life that you want. One step at a time, one moment at a time. It's a culmination of all those little habits. I think it will have to be ownership. Come on, beautiful. That's a really good answer. Bring that out. So we're going to ask a backup question. What piece of ownership are we avoiding? It's okay. When you identify it, at least it's a starting point for you to start owning how you move forward. Because millionaires are made in routine, CEOs. That's why I told y'all we got to get our circle of genius. We got to figure out what we do really well. Once we figure out what we do really well, then we got to put some effort behind understanding everything there is to know about it. Not everything, but as much as we can get within those 2 hours. Then we're going to start putting a plan together of how we're going to execute. The reason why there's a time limit, because if you spend more time on it, it starts feeling like it's too much. You want to start small. By the time you get to your 52nd week or your 50th week for this year, you'll be doing this simple. 2 hours, it'll be flying by. I was at my desk. This just happened to me the other night. I was at my desk doing some work, and the next thing I knew, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I had went in there at 9 o'clock. I started setting up my spreadsheets. I was sitting stuff on, putting on Basecamp. Per my new, I'm an executive director of marketing and PR. I was going through all of the information that she asked me to put in there. I was putting everything in there, lining it up, and I was just dropping. I said, I'm going to do this for a couple of hours. And next thing I know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Because I was focused on completion and moving forward. But that comes from years of habits of making sure that when I start something, I finish it. Like I told my wife, I'm going to clean I told y'all my office looks a mess. It looks like a bomb went off in there. I got paper from all of the flyers that I'm printing. Then I got the new printer. Then I got the new laminator. I got the cutting board. Guys, I got stuff everywhere in there. So I said that this weekend I'm taking everything out of there and I'm making everything back nice and neat. This is going to drive me crazy, guys. I want to say that for the record. That's really the problem. It's going to drive me nuts sitting there looking at me. So now let's pull the show back together. I want to make sure we all on the same page of how to identify the CEO that you have been avoiding. Today we have found that CEO. We didn't grab that CEO. We're not avoiding that CEO anymore. And now we got tools to make sure that CEO starts thriving. Clarity. We talked about avoiding. Avoidance is a decision. We're not going to avoid anything anymore. We're setting ourselves up with 30 minutes for the very first week of 30 minutes to recognize what our goals are. That's getting clear. Then how we're going to get empowered is that the whole next week, we're going to spend 1 hour working on those things. Understanding everything there is to know about the one thing that we want for the end of the year. I gave us information about a book, The Memo by John Hope Bryant. Get locked in with it when you have time. We have Greg Gray who just jumped in and said, what's up, CEO? What's up, CEO? Greg Gray, if you guys are not already informed, he is the CEO of Dope Living. And Dope Living is just that. He has a TV network, podcast, clothing line. He is a mentor, a coach. He's been my mentor for 20 plus years, and several other individuals he's helped along the way. Greg Gray actually came here and told his story about how after him being very wealthy, where he lost everything and became homeless, but how he took himself from that situation back to where he got to a place where he was viable again. And now he's soaring. Guys, that shows that with resilience, you can make it happen. I thank you, Greg, for joining me today. Y'all get locked in with Dope Living. Go to Greg Gray on Facebook so y'all can see Dope Living. I'm on it every Thursday night at 7:30 with the CEO Nuggets. Greg has blessed me with being able to be on this show. He also, if it was, I gotta be honest, if it wasn't for him forcing me to be on this show in the first place, I would have, if he hadn't forced me to be on the show in the first place, I might not even be here right now. I stuttered real bad and I didn't want to be on air. And he said, you can do it. You got great information. And he just reminded me of who I was and who I wanted to be. And me stepping into that allowed for great things to happen. So I owe a lot of things to Gregory Gray. I really appreciate him. Thank you, Greg. We have Dr. Shauna Gordine. Guys, I can't even talk as much about Shauna. She got so much going on. She got books. She's got anthologies. She's got more books. She's got anthologies. She's got a magazine. I happened to grace the cover of it, I believe, last July. Guys, Unmasked, y'all got to get locked into it. She has awesome things always going on. She is always about upliftment and definitely reminding people that their tragedies do not have to be where their tragedies do not have to be laid where they are. That she helps you turn those into triumphs. Get locked in with Dr. Shana Bourdain. And Mrs. Gary says, hello, brother. So she says, hello to you, Greg. And Greg says, appreciate you. You are a blessing. I really appreciate that. So guys, let's get locked into the last of the show. We only got 8 minutes to go. I don't want y'all to get off the mic that quickly. So we're going to get locked into the leadership 3-point play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. Play 1. Audit your daily decisions. Are they aligned with the life you see and the life you want? 2. Replace hesitation with action. Movement creates mastery. Play 3. Commit to long-term habits over short-term applause. Move forward in your direction, one step at a time. That's a leadership 3-point play that was brought to you by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. All right, guys, we got people jump in the chat. We're going to get him. Greg says, Marie, my sis. We got Farron McLemore jumping in. Hello, CEO. Hello there, CEO. And congratulations on your latest nomination. Farron McLemore is a multiple award-winning author. Guys, get locked into her platform. She does awesome things and definitely uplifting young youth in the community. Her books are awesome. They're for every age. She wrote a children's book that I bought 2 copies because I wanted both my grandchildren to read it. I wanted them to know that just as she puts in that book, that beauty is not just skin deep. Beauty actually comes from the inside. Y'all get locked into that. Shana Gordine says, appreciate you. You are a blessing. I appreciate you too, Shana. All right, guys. I appreciate everyone who came and stopped by today on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Every week, I come right here on Wake Up CEO, and I have the pleasure to just remind people of who they are and the activities they could use to get to where they want to be. Each week, we've had those conversations, speak very candidly. And if you like the show and love the show, make sure you guys vote. Go to 312 Music Awards and vote. I am being, because the show is nominated for radio show host personality of the year. So I appreciate everyone who nominated me for that award. It is definitely an honor to be 11 months into radio and having the pleasure for individuals to see the worth of the show and actually learn something and grow something with the information, one step at a time. And until next week, guys, right here on My Radio Chicago on Wednesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. I want you guys to stay locked in with me. We got Lexi who's up next. Thank you very much, Lexi. Congratulations. She said she is up next, you guys. I'm going to tell you, I love her show. Y'all get locked into it. And she also said, then we have Farron McLemore says, congratulations on your nomination as well. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Every week, I talk to phenomenal people, and those phenomenal people happen to be you. So each week, I want you guys to stay focused on your growth. Stay focused on being the best version of you. And until next week, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You. See you next week right here on Wake Up CEO. We are all looking to get to the cash. So I have the perfect book series for you by award-winning author Rachel L. Gary. Volume 1, Forged in Fire, Readers Rose from Life's Ashes. In Volume 2, Hashtag Poverty Six Figures, they broke those mental chains. Now comes Volume 3, Freedom Has GPS, reminding you that you are born to soar and build a legacy. Pre-orders are open for 50% off. Get the tools for the bag at www.sayIampossible.com.
My questionnaire, the questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really need and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think deep about what you want your life to go. It's an
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who?